Hello everyone, this is Karthik. Today we focus mainly on the concept of Java adapter classes and inner classes. Maybe in the earlier classes we have discussed about applets and how to render the applets, how to perform different operations on the applets, how to draw different shapes on the applets, and we've seen even delegation model in applets. Today we mostly focus on how adapter classes are very useful and how to create inner class in a particular program. Maybe it may be an adapter inner class or any normal inner class. Okay, straight away we go to a respect to concept today, and what are adapters? See, adapters are the classes of Java.awt package in which they differentiate from the listeners by not allowing all the methods which are abstract in nature. Like if you have an idea about listeners classes, all the listeners classes are of interface type. Since interfaces are since listeners are interfaces type, we all know that interface contains abstract methods and final variables or final properties. Since interface contains only abstract methods, it's always mandatory to override all the methods of an interface. Hence, all the listener interfaces are interface type. Hence, whenever we implement any kind of listener, we have overridden all the methods. Example will say that MouseListener, we have overridden all the MouseListener interfaces. Like say key listener, we have to override all the key listener interfaces. Like if we have example window listener, let us see these listener methods, what methods listeners contain. See, java p space java dot awt dot event dot, say example mouse listener. You can able to see all the abstract methods we have in this mouse listener. Whenever I implement this mouse listener, strictly I have to override all these methods without leaving any method. Maybe I may use only one method called mouse click, but still I have to implement all the methods because all are abstract in nature. All abstract methods should be overridden, because we all know overriding is a strategy of reusing the parent class methods. Since it is an abstract class, we need to override all the abstract methods. Likewise, if you take any other listener, say key listener, it has two methods, three methods: key type, key pressed, and key released. If you take focus listener, focus gain, focus lost. If you take example window listener, we have all the window methods: window open, closing, close, iconified, deiconified, activated, deactivated. So in order to overcome this kind of situation, we can use adapter classes. Adapters are the one who adapt to the particular classes which you like to use in your particular program, instead using all the methods which are there in that listeners. So adapters mainly recommended in AWT package in order to overcome the limitations of listeners, because when we use any listeners, we need to override all the methods. If you don't do that, it will throw an error. So adapters are the classes, I can say adapters are inner classes which will adapt to particular method of a class instead of using all the methods. So I can say the methods in the adapter class are non-abstract. Since they are non-abstract, I can use any one of the methods. If you want me to show, just go ahead and see, instead of mouse listener, I just say MouseAdapter. See, MouseAdapter have all the methods which are non-abstract. In the same manner, take key adapter. See, all the methods are of non-abstract. If you take focus adapter, all the methods are of non-abstract. If you take window adapter, the methods are non-abstract. So any method I can use. So this is a very important foremost difference between adapters and listeners. Adapters are the methods which are non-abstract in nature when compared to listeners, since listeners have all the methods which are abstract in nature. So whenever we use listeners, it's mandatory to override all the methods which are present in the listeners. Instead, we can use adapters which can adapt to a particular method which you are foremost using. So we just straight away go with example to understand the concept of adapters and inner classes. So notepad space I like simple demo. So adapter demo dot java. I take the example even as an applet. So import java dot applet, import java dot adaptability dot star. Try to import all the packages because we use adapters in the adaptability event package. Done. So straight away create a class, public class, say class name adapter, sorry, okay, adapter demo, I say extends applet. Okay, as we all know that every applet should have a default methods which are init method and public void paint if it is required. Done. For example, I just try to add a mouse listener to this to say the limitations of listeners. So what I say initially, the first step is I need to add the listener to the current class. So add mouse listener of this. Once I add mouse listener to the program, then I have to implement that mouse listener. So implements mouse listener. Observe now the time when I implements the mouse listener when I try to run the program for a while. So java c space adapter demo.java. Observe it's showing me an error here. Maybe the error is I wrote a wrong name of the spelling of that. So ADAPE. Sorry for this time. Okay, again just run the program. Okay, now see, we'll be getting an error saying that adapter demo is a non-abstract, does not override the abstract methods. Means whatever abstract methods I have in this mouse listener, I have to override all of them. So what we have, example, I have to override the methods like public void mouse click, inside that mouse event space object. I have kept this method now. See again, run the program. I just want to use only one method called mouse click. Instead, I don't want to use any other method. So it shows me again still error because there are totally so many methods, right? So I have shown earlier to you. Just if you want, you can see that mouse listener methods. See, I have totally click, press, release, entered, excited. Means I have to override all the methods. Say copy. Example I have done. So just say this as mouse pressed, mouse entered, mouse exited, and mouse released. Now just try to run the program again, adapter demo, and check now the errors are gone because I have overridden all the methods of the class mouse listener, which is an interface. Since I implement the interface. We all know interface contains all the abstract methods. These are all abstract methods. So this is a parent class and this is an child class. Whenever a child class implements a parent class, if it is a listener or if it is an interface, then I have to override all the methods of that particular interface. Here I just want to use only one thing. I just want to use only mouse click. I don't want to use all other things. Example, if I click my mouse, I just want to keep some kind of thing here, say that show status of some kind of message I want to print here, say show status of you clicked me. Okay, this is one way, or I can even use a paint kind of thing, saying that take a simple message here, string message equals to this, and message equals to, say, I am clicked. Now whenever I click the mouse on that applet, this message will be printed. So just what I do is that I just go to the paint method. Inside this, I just inside paint use the graphics class, graphics space G, and G dot drawstring of simply say MSG comma. So this is the message we created. This message is to be printed in this particular paint. So G dot drawstring of message at some position, say 120 comma 120. Now we just try to run this program and look how it output look like. So it is compiled successfully. We just try to have some kind of applet code here, like applet space code equals to adapter demo dot class space width equals to 500 and height equals to 500, and applet close and process. Means we just try to see this particular output in an applet. We just try to run now. So Java space adapt demo.java and applet viewer space adapter demo.java. We got an applet here. Click the applet. When I click the applet here, observe in the status bar you have got something called you clicked me. The you clicked me is printed in the status bar, but we didn't see the same message you clicked me here in the applet window. It's because of I did not kept repaint here. Just try to keep repaint. Repaint is very important kind of method which is used to update the paint method, because earlier paint will print with an empty message of value of message. Once we click the mouse, that paint should again update, because in the applet lifecycle the init method and paint method is loaded whenever a particular program is compiled. Hence we again try to run the program. Okay, the semicolon is missing. Now click the mouse, observe here I am clicked here and you clicked me here. These two are printed because of the event listener called MouseListener. This is already the example we already stated in earlier videos. Our main motto of this video is not to discuss about what is a MouseListener, but the motive of this video is mostly all about how adapter class will replace this limitation. Hence the adapter class will replace here the unuses of all these methods. I didn't use all these methods. I have used only one method called mouse click. How can I remove these methods? Because uses of these methods may lead to the unused resources. So resources should be optimized. In order to overcome this, we have to use something called as MouseAdapter. Now we try to work on the adapter class. To focus on adapter class, we have two methodologies here. We can do using either an inner class. See, to implement adapter class to replace listener, we have to we can use either inner class, or we can do anonymous inner class. These are two different ways I can use the adapter class, because adapter class is a class which can be extended in the same class, or it can be created separately. How can we use the adapter class? Is simply see here. So inside this particular class, I just now remove all this stuff. See, I remove this and even remove all these things. I doesn't require now. Directly I can say here itself, what is that, say class, say MA. Okay, MA, my intention of MA is something called MouseAdapter. So extends MouseAdapter. If you observe properly, this is an outer class and this is the inner class. So the outer class is trying to use this inner class called MouseAdapter, because inner class is something like a class within the outer class. So whenever I extend a MouseAdapter class, I should do something here, right? The something is that this one, just copy this or cut this and paste inside this. Now the MouseAdapter is using only one method called as MouseClick. Now next step is, instead of here saying this add MouseListener of this, I can say add MouseListener of this class called MA. How to use MA is simply say that new MA. Means instead of MouseListener, I am using new MA. New MA is nothing but the class called MA. I can say even MA space object equal to new MA, and I can say only the object name here. Directly I can create here, say new MA is called the object of MouseAdapter class. We just try to run this program and look how it works. So just try to run and check. So adapter demo.java and applet viewer adapter demo. Click here, see, you have click and I am click. Means I am getting the same two messages as the earlier ones what we got. If you want to see the changes, example, just try to change the message here. Example, say instead of I am click, you just say something like adapter class is used, something. Just again run the program. Again click here, observe the adapter class is used. So it's very simple. We just took very simple way. Means instead of using all the mouse methods, simply I have used only one method called MouseClick. This is done only because I have used something called MouseAdapter. MouseAdapter is a class which is used by MA. MA is the inner class. So this class is invoking this MouseClicked method. Once this class is done, this class should be used inside this particular add MouseListener class as an object. In the earlier programs, we used to do something like this. Why we use this? Because this is used to refer to the current class, that is called adapter demo. But now instead of this, I have said that new MA, because I am trying to add the mouse listener with the help of this adapter. The same manner you can do any kind of programs like key adapter, like focus adapter, window adapter, so on and so forth. So in real world, if you say adapter, what does adapter do? Adapter will take only the power consumption of how much it is required with that volts. Example, if it is a 1000 volts kind of connection, adapter will always ask you how much you want and how much the power is required. That much of power will be taken by adapter. Means adapter will only take the usage of the power and preserve the remaining kind of power. Likewise, here I just need only mouse click. Other all methods are not necessary. Hence, I have neglected. If example, if you want another kind of method here, you can even use something, say that public void, say mouse pressed of, say mouse event of ME. Say example, when I press the mouse, see mouse click and mouse press. See, I'll keep same kind of thing here and just copy this and paste here. Okay, I just say that adapter class, instead of this, mouse is pressed. Okay, you just try to run the program. Now see, that is called mouse is clicked. When I click on this, okay, you are unable to see mouse press because mouse press is happening inside this itself. To see that, we can neglect, we